Chapter 1 of The Black Eagle Mystery. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Mike Overby, Parkland, Washington. Dedicated to Uni. The Black Eagle Mystery by Geraldine Bonner. Forward. The following story of what has been known as the Black Eagle Mystery has been compiled from documents contributed by two persons thoroughly conversant with the subject. These are Molly Morgenthau Babbits and John Reddy, whose position of inside observers and active participants makes it possible for them to give to the public a consecutive and detailed narrative of this most unusual case. Chapter 1. Molly tells the story. "Hello," said Babbits from the sheets of the morning paper. I'll call him Babbits for you because that's the name you'll remember him by. That is, if you know the Hasketh mystery. I generally call him Soapy, the name the reporters give him, and himself, which comes naturally to me, my mother being Irish. Maybe you remember that too? And he calls me Morning Dew. Cute, isn't it? It's American for my last name, Morgenthau. I was Molly Morgenthau before I was married. In case you don't know about the Hasketh mystery, I'll have to give a few facts to locate us. I was the telephone girl in Longwood, New Jersey, met Babbits there when he was a reporter for the Dispatch, here he is yet, and the switchboard lost one of its brightest ornaments. It was town for us, an apartment on West 95th Street, near the subway, 5 rooms on a corner, furnished like a Belasco play. If you read the Hasketh mystery, you know how I came by that furniture, and if you didn't, you'll have to stay in ignorance, for I am too anxious to get on to stop and tell you. Every day at 10, Isabella Dabney, a light-colored coon, comes in to do heavy work, and I order her round, throwing a bluff that I'm used to it and hoping Isabella isn't on. We've been married over 2 years, and we're still, what's the use, but we do get on like a house on fire. I guess in this vast metropolis there's not a woman got anything on me, when it comes to happiness. It certainly is wonderful how you bloom out and the mean part of you fades away when someone thinks you're the perfect article, hand-sewn, silk-lined, made in America. And so, having taken this little run round the lot, I'll come back to Babbits and his head in the morning paper saying, "Hello!" It was a clear, crisp morning in January, 16th of the month, and we were at breakfast. Himself had just got in from Cleveland, where he'd been sent to write up the Cheney graft prosecution. It took some minutes to say how'd you do. He'd been away 2 whole days, and after we'd concluded the ceremonies, I lit into the kitchen to get his breakfast while he sat down at the end of his table and dived into the papers. His egg was before him, and I was setting the coffee pot down at my end when he gave that hello, loud and startled, with an accent on the low. "What's up now?" said I, looking over the layout before me to see if I'd forgotten anything. "Hollings Harland's committed suicide," came out of the paper. "Lord, has he?" said I. "Isn't that awful?" I took up the cream pitcher. "Well, what do you make of that? The cream's frozen." "Last night at 6:30, threw himself out of his office window on the 18th story. 18th story! That's some fall. I've got to get this cream out with a spoon. I spooned up some, all white spikes and edges, wondering if it would chill his coffee, which he likes piping hot. "Darling, do you mind waiting a little while I warm up the cream?" "Darn the cream! What rotten luck that I was away! I suppose they put Eddie Saunders on it. Sounds like his flat-footed style. Listen to this. The body struck the pavement with a violent impact. That's the way he describes the fall of a man from the top of a skyscraper. Gee, why wasn't I here?" "But dearie," I said, passing him his cup, "Saunders would have done it if you had been there. You don't do suicides." "I do this one. Hollings Harland, one of the big corporation lawyers of New York." "Oh," I said, "he's an important person." "Rather, a top liner in his profession." "Why did he commit suicide?" "Caught in the copper pool, they think here." With the cup at his lips, he went on reading over its edge. "Does it taste all right?" I asked, and he grunted something that would have been A1 if it hadn't dropped into the coffee and been drowned. My mind at rest about him, I could give it to the morning sensation. "What's the copper pool?" I asked. "A badly named weapon to jack up prices and gouge the public, young woman, just like a corner in hats. Suppose you could buy up all the spring hats. You could pretty near name your own figure on them, couldn't you?" "They do that now without a corner," I said sadly. "Well, they can't in copper. The pool means that a bunch of financiers have put up millions to corner the copper market and skyrocket the price." "Oh, well, he lost all his money in it and got desperate and jumped out." From the hall window of the Black Eagle building. That made it come nearer. The way things do when someone you know is on the ground."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?